Hey everyone, welcome back to A&Q. In this series, we're answering your questions about the Christian faith. And sometimes these answers will stir up more questions, which will lead to more answers, and that's how we keep making progress. Today's question is a great one. What day is the Sabbath? And I'm going to throw this one in there too. What even is Sabbath? The word Sabbath comes from the Hebrew verb Shabbat, which means to stop. So I think the most basic definition of Sabbath is to stop, to cease or be done. And the first time we see this in the Bible is actually when God himself rested after creation. Yeah, we're in deep waters already because yes, I do believe that God did create this world and everything in it. And that's a lot to believe off the bat. And it's okay to have questions still. I know I still do. But as I consider the evidence and the claims of the Bible, I just can't help to come to the conclusion that God is the creator. And this story of creation, it's found in the first book of the Bible, Genesis. And in there you'll see that after 6 days of creating, Creator God himself rested. And in doing so, I think he built in a rhythm that he wants you and I to follow. I think that's why many of us crave a life with Sabbath, whether we know it or not. Here's what I mean. The exhaustion and confusion, maybe this feeling of feeling distant from God and others, these things can just often feel like the norm in life. And I know for myself, sometimes life just feels so cluttered that it's hard to see. And at times it feels like I'm being pulled in so many different directions, but not really going anywhere. The ancient spiritual practice of Sabbath was created to provide rest for our souls. Originally, it was just one day, every week, that you set aside to stop and rest, delight, and worship. And so with that in mind, I think the question should be asked, is the Sabbath a specific day? We see that the Sabbath has traditionally been practiced on either Saturday or Sunday. And some believe that the Sabbath should be modeled after that original story of creation, so they choose to practice it on the seventh day of the week, Saturday. And others have concluded that the Sabbath should land on Sunday because that's when it's recorded Jesus rose from the dead. So, should it be Saturday or is it Sunday? Here's the thing. I'm not so sure that getting the exact day of the week right is what God's going for. I think there can definitely be freedom in defining what takes place during your Sabbath and even what day the Sabbath should be on. Jesus said that when we follow and trust him, he will provide rest for our souls. So in the midst of this chronic exhaustion that we're feeling, Jesus wants us to slow down and have moments with him where we can receive his rest. One theologian calls these moments with Jesus moments of peace, ease, and calm. So I want to encourage you, if you desire these countercultural and restful moments with Jesus, start considering what Sabbath might look like for you. Is there a day in your week that would already be good to Sabbath? What sorts of things in your schedule may you need to move in order to Sabbath? And are there activities that you already enjoy that help you feel close to God? Start there. Start small. And I trust that Jesus will meet you there and give you what he promised. Rest for your souls. And there's some really helpful resources in the notes that have helped me figure out how to Sabbath. I want to invite you, check those out. And if you do, you might have more questions. That's way okay. Leave them in the comments so that we can continue to make progress on our journey with Jesus together. And if you're not already, subscribe so that you can know when new videos like this are released. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.